How's you going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to a wintry Grampie's workshop today. We're getting our first kind of winter storm of the season, and it started middle of the night, and it was wet, snow coming down and windy, gusty, blustery. Not real cold though. It's only about 2 degrees right now. The snow is just about stopped. In fact, it was starting to clear off there a little bit ago. So I thought I'd come out and just give you a little update on how the shelter's making out with this first real storm. We had about, I don't know, a couple, 3 inches of snow, and it was windy and it was heavy snow. So I think it was a good test for the shelter. So let's have a look at the shelter, and then there's a couple other things I want to talk about too. See that leg right there is wobbling around a little bit. The flaps seem to be holding good. There's snow along the front edge here, but inside the shelter, everything is protected. There's quite a little snowbank built up along the edge here, where the snow has slid off the roof and fallen there, but I kind of expected that to happen. This is the side of the shelter that gets the wind, because the wind's coming from the north today. So that's holding up good. That fold that I made over there by the post, that seems to be hanging in there quite well. Lots of flopping around, but actually the shelter is staying pretty stable. So let's have a look at the Massey Motel. This wall is sheltered from the wind, so it's holding up quite well, eh? No problems here. Let's go look at the wind side. A lot of snow sticking to it. You can tell, but right up there's a little bit of the plywood that looks like it's buckling out. It seems to me when I put that in, it was tight, so I'll have to check that. Maybe I have to put another screw at the bottom of that to pull that in tight. But other than that, that looks like really the only hitch right now. Let's go look at the door. Check the lake too, eh? Lake's frozen right across, but just at this bottom part, because the wind is blowing from the north, so it's blowing all the ice down here. So the snow now is pretty well let up. It's mainly just kind of blowing around what's there on the ground. Get a really good blow here in a minute, but the door is holding up good, eh? My little bungee cords down at the corner are holding it down nice and tight. I mean, the bottom of it kind of blows up and unrolls, but that's not a big deal really. Let's look inside. So I apologize for the darkness, but the door's working good. You see, when the wind blows, sometimes it creates a vacuum, so it draws the door out on the sides. I suppose I could address that if I put another bungee, like about 2/3 of the way up or halfway up, to secure that. But really, it's not an issue for the storm that we're getting today, at least. And there's virtually no snow inside at all. So yeah, I think the Massey Motel is no problems. But I got some other problems going on in the yard. I want to go show you that now too. Once more, I apologize for the wind noise. I'm going to go around the corner of the shop here because I got some problems in my lane I want to show you. We got about 3 or 4 inches of snow down. And speaking of things down, you see the problem here. You know, it's nice to live in the woods, but whenever there's a blow, especially early on in the winter before the frost gets in the ground, look what happens. I got this tree now right down across my power line. There's a couple of things you can do here. We still have power, so the line is live. Now that's a triplex line, it's all insulated, there's no electrocution hazard. So what I could try and do is I could try to cut that tree off at the base. If I did that, the tree would flop down a little bit. I'd have to cut it in pieces until eventually maybe the bottom would swing out and maybe the top would swing off and it would come free of the line, but maybe it wouldn't. And that's the only tree that's on the line right now, and it's got pretty good pressure on the line, pretty good tension. So I'm going to have to do something with that, but I don't think I'm going to do that personally. You know, to get out with the chainsaw right now, I don't think I'm in the mood to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go call the power company, tell them about this line. They're probably busy today because all over the province it's like this or worse, and you see lots of reports of power outages here, there, and everywhere. So it'll probably be a while before they get here, but I'm going to call the power company and report this. They'll come out, I hope they will, they'll come out, cut the tree, remove it off the line. I think that would be the safest thing to do. I would try to cut that. If it was 10 years ago, I'd try to cut that myself. And if it came down, great. If it broke the line and came down, well, then I'd call the power company. They'd have to come fix it then for sure. But I'll call them. If they don't come out right away, they'll be out like in a day or two, I'm sure. And as long as the wind isn't too bad tonight, we should be all right. But if the wind does pick up and that tree does break our power line, then they'll come quicker, right? So it just doesn't make sense for me to take a risk to cut that down myself, because if I'm cutting that down and break my power line, then I may be charged for the power company to come and replace it. So I'm just going to I'm going to do the old mechanical principle, right? I'm going to leave her. But other than that, she's a windy, blustery, stormy day at West Loon Lake. I like my sign. Slow grandparents at play. Hey, I see something else here. Oh, you know what? I just noticed this too as I was looking. Do you see this right here? We had a clothesline that used to come from the upstairs there of the shop all the way over to the telephone pole here, or to the power pole. I guess with the pole whipping around in the rain or the wind, plus that tree falling on it, too much tension and my clothesline broke. But that's okay. I'm going to pull it down. There we go. That's done. just have to leave that. We'll use the mechanical principle on that one too. There's my wind gauge. You can see that it's pretty windy. It's a gusty wind today too, and that's not ideal. You know, I better move that line because that's just hanging down here waiting to catch somebody by the neck. So I'm going to go up these stairs and pull that line in. Come on with me. There, I think that's safer, eh? Okay, I think I'll do like Gordie Howe and get the puck out of here now. Jesus, Mary and Joseph are making out all right in the storm. So that's good, eh? So, just as I was finishing up the video, I was going in to download it, and all the power went out in the lake. Yeah, the whole lake is down now. And it's not because of the tree that's on my power line, because that tree is still there and my power line is still intact. So something else has caused the power outage, but that's been called into the power company, so hopefully they'll be out in jig time and address that, and we'll get some power back. But they're talking about it being restored at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, but I think that's what they do. They just put, like, whenever they get the call, they don't know what's causing the power to be out, so they just add 8 hours to the call and say that's when we'll be done, or have it restored. So, you know, hopefully it's nothing serious and they can get it back quick. But anyway, you can hear in the background I got the generator running and we're plugged in over here. The camp is plugged in. Back over here out of the wind. So yeah, we got the generator running there and the camp is plugged in and we're all nice and toasty in there with the stove going. The heat pump doesn't work with the generator, but most everything else does. So, like, you can still watch YouTube because the internet's still running. So anyways, hope wherever you are, folks, you're staying nice and dry and nice and warm, and don't be taking any trees off power lines, eh? That's not a good idea. Let the power company do it, and stay safe. Don't forget to thumbs up me. Have a great week, folks. Hey, we'll talk to you.